Ellen's accomplishments did not come without great opposition and challenges. In 1985, she was placed under house arrest and then sentenced to jail for 10 years for giving a speech that criticized the Liberian government at that time. When she came into power as the president of Liberia in 2006, Liberia had almost no infrastructure, very low revenue, and a foreign debt 7 times higher than the national budget. Corruption and injustice was rampant, particularly with violent crimes and rape against young girls and women. In a rape clinic on the outskirts of a small village, 3 in 8 rape victims in 2005 were under the age of 12 years old. 1 in 10 rape victims was under the age of 5 years old. There is an incident of a 3-year-old that was assaulted by a 13-year-old and 2 6-year-olds. The police demanded that the father of the 3-year-old pay them before they would investigate the rape. In another case, a mother who reported the rape of her 12-year-old daughter was beaten by police and jailed for 3 days. Seeing the political turmoil, enormous national debt, and high incidence of rape and other violence against women, Ellen's goal as president was to bring stability within Liberia, reduce its national debt, and radically reduce the incidence of violent crime and rape against women. Among her many accomplishments as president of Liberia, Ellen accomplished the following 4. The first is education. She made education free and compulsory for all elementary school-aged children, regardless of their gender. The second is she improved the economy. She coordinated with international organizations and countries to write off Liberia's crushing debt. In 2006, the United States wrote off $391 million. Germany wrote off $325 million of debt. The World Bank and the International Monetary Fund wrote off $1.5 billion. Paris Club, which is comprised of 19 of the most developed countries in the world, including Canada, wrote off an additional $1.26 billion of debt. She increased investments in the economy. International investment in industries in Liberia, including oil exploration, iron ore, and palm oil, has soared to $19 billion. She appointed women to high-level posts. There are now female ministers in finance, law, commerce and industry, gender and development, youth and sports. And in addition to the creation of harsh rape laws, Ellen actually created a dedicated rape court that was handed 150 cases on the spot. She also created a women's police unit. More work is needed to further liberate Liberia. Liberians on average continue to live on $1.25 per day, and 95% of Liberians under the age of 20 are jobless. Ellen received 90% of the votes to win a re-election to be president again on November the 10th last year. Through the strides of courageous, persistent, and dedicated women like Lima, and through the leadership of a woman like Ellen, Liberia is on its way to sustainability, political stability, and to be a safer country. The second country I would like to discuss with you is Brazil. The first female president of Brazil, Dilma Rousseff, was elected on November 1st, 2010. Brazil is the only Portuguese-speaking country in the Americas and is the largest country in South America. It is the world's 5th largest country, both by geographical area and population, with 192 million people. Her father, Dilma, fled from Bulgaria to Brazil to avoid political persecution. It's in her blood. She was imprisoned in 1970 for being a member of a political group. During that time, she was tortured for 22 days by being punched and shocked with electric cables attached to car batteries. She was then sentenced to 6 years in prison, which was later reduced to 2 years. Her political rights were suspended for 18 years, and she was expelled from studying at her school for having a prison record. Through all her struggles for exercising her right to freedom of thought and expression, she still found her way back into politics to become the president in 2010. Shortly after she became the president, one of her many hopes for the advancement of women's rights and equality was expressed in one simple yet powerful statement. She wants parents that have a daughter to look straight into their eyes and tell her, yes, a woman can. In her role as president for the past 2 years, her achievements to support women are numerous. 5 are politics. 37% of ministers are women. The percentage of women ministers in Canada is 25. Women are now running companies. Dilma appointed the first woman to run the country's biggest oil company and also appointed a woman to head the country's oil regulator industry. Reproduction. Now there's compulsory registration of pregnancy to ensure better access, coverage, and quality maternal health care. The fourth is equal pay for equal work. This very week, Brazil's Congress passed a bill imposing fines on companies that pay women lower wages than men for the same work. The fines are astronomical. So say a man makes $100, the woman makes $20, the fine starts off as a difference, which is $80, times how many years she probably would work for the company, so maybe 30. So you're looking at around 2.4 million right now, times the actual punishment, which is 5 times 5, so that would be $12 million for one person. I did the math already, you don't have to pull out your calculator.